Hello, I'm Peter Beanstalk, the president of the Delaware and Hudson Canal Historical Society and Museum in High Falls, New York. I want to thank Kevin Zraly, who is conducting this Zoom wine tasting, and I hope you all have your bottles set up. He'll be with you very shortly. We have purchased the 1797 stone National Historic Landmark Depew Canal Tavern building, and we are doing two things in that building. In the old stone part, we are creating a museum of the Delaware and Hudson Canal, which was one of the great industrial projects in America in the 19th century, and which was crucial to the development of New York City as a world city. In the new wooden addition, we're creating a Mid-Hudson area visitor center, which will promote the cultural and arts assets of the region, the wonderful farms and agriculture and food, the historic and charming, really lovely villages, and the iconic landscapes and the great trail system of the area. Our friend Kevin was the first sommelier 50 years ago at the Depew Canal House, which became one of the most famous restaurants in America right through the early 21st century. He went on from there to a career which made him be labeled by many the father of American wine education, and he publishes the largest selling wine book in the nation, perhaps in the world, The Windows on the World Wine Course. Kevin loves this place, loves the project, and promised he would do 1,000 tastings for us if necessary. I hope they aren't necessary, though that would be a lot of fun. It would be a lot of wine. But we are moving ahead, and we look forward to welcoming you in our new Museum and Visitor Center in about a year. And now I'm going to turn this over to Jack Braunlein, our Executive Director, marvelous historian and administrator and scholar. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. And I want to thank Kevin, too, because Kevin Zraly is really responsible for us having this very wonderful program for you all. Kevin's just one of the many talented members of our advisory committee. We're very fortunate in this museum to have such a great team working together on this project. From our staff, our professional staff, to our very wonderful board who is supportive, engaged, and involved in everything that we do. And then this advisory committee that's made up of very talented people lending their expertise. In addition to that, we've got some exceptional consultants, people who are more than just consultants. You know, they're more than just part of the team, they're just part of the family in a way. Neil Larson, our architectural historian, Rick Alfondra, our great architect, and also the wonderful team of Christina Forwerda and Paul Orselli, our exhibit designers. We came to select Christina and Paul through the work of our very talented exhibit committee. And because of that, I think in working closely with them, we've discovered that they provide more to us than just an exhibit design. So what we were seeking is an exhibit that would be engaging for kids and adults of all ages, because we are looking for something that's going to attract people to come back again. Not just a one-time visit to the museum, but to come back again and again. And they have designed an exhibit that I think is going to provide us with that kind of engaging and exciting dimension to what we're going to do, both in the museum, but also in the visitor center as well. So I want to introduce Christina to you, but before I do that, I also want to say that she is just a delight to work with. Again, more than just a consultant, but a member of the family. So without further ado, Christina.
Hi, my name is Christina Forwerda, and I own Forwerda Creative Services, a consulting company. Along with my colleague Paul Orselli, I've had the pleasure of working with the D&H Canal Museum for the last about 2 years to envision the exhibits and experiences that will be in their new space, the 1797 Depew Canal House. The space will be divided up into two areas. The former kitchen of the John Novi restaurant will be the Mid-Hudson Visitor Center, and the original 1797 building and the 4 rooms on the first floor will be the D&H Canal Museum. The Mid-Hudson Visitor Center is an area to welcome tourists and showcase the nature, culture, and art history of the Mid-Hudson region. Folks will be able to pick up brochures and use an interactive map to learn about different opportunities for sightseeing and experience and food in the area. As visitors transition to the Canal Museum, the first gallery will be a classic intro and orientation. It will be organized as a timeline. So you'll see faxed figures, historic documents in this image, but it'll also include lots of interactive moments. For example, you can listen to the speech that Philip Hone gave at the canal's groundbreaking, or you could compare your body to the depth of the canal when it first opened, as well as after it was renovated in the mid-1800s. From there are 3 different galleries that visitors will be able to explore. The first focuses on the economic impact of the D&H Canal. So all the way to the right of this vision rendering, you see a 3-dimensional model of New York City, where visitors will be able to find out, for example, that the sidewalks are made of bluestone, that the heat might have been sourced from coal, or that the facade of the building might have had limestone or brick from this area. The windows in this image showcase the fact that the D&H Canal had a large impact on the local region. And so visitors will be able to see the change over time and the growth from a more agrarian farming community to small towns and villages that were thriving. Visitors will also be able to explore a gallery that focuses on the technology of the canal. So how did a canal operate? And of course, the central image in this gallery will be an operating lock model. But in addition, all kinds of tools will be featured here, including everything from shovels to a faux explosion with black powder, to the achievements and the innovation of our friend John Roebling, who, along with building some of the aqueducts, was an innovator with the use of wire rope. The tavern will include objects that make it feel as if our friends from the 1800s have just left the room. And as visitors explore, they might discover the music that people on the canal listened to, the foods that they ate, or the clothes that they wore. All of those will help to reinforce the fact that different people, including people of color, women, children, and immigrants, made the canal the success that it was. Overall, these exhibits will help the D&H Canal Museum move into the 21st century. They've already got incredible programs and exciting events happening, and now they need a physical space that's going to help them build on that strength. So we think this is the space that will do it, and we hope you do too. And we're looking forward to seeing you there in 2022.